Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so pleased. I've been waiting for this style and finally she's here. This is Nola by Wille in the color Champagne Shaded. I actually have Nola in two colors. This is Sahara Beige Shaded. And we will take these two styles outside later in the video and compare them side by side to get a good look at both of these colors. First, I'd like to thank wigs.com for sending me these wigs so that I can review them for you. And to remind you that I'm a moderator for their private Facebook group, and we would love to invite you to join us there. It's just a wonderful place to exchange ideas and information or show off your styles. And yeah, I'm very excited to get a good look at this beautiful style. This is just a beach wavy bob style, a very light and flirty little style. It reminds me of Esprit by Wille that I reviewed previously, and I'll leave a link to that review in the description box down below. The measurements are very similar. They're both beach wavy bob styles. I think the main difference is cost. Nola's a little more affordable, and Esprit also has a partially hand-tied cap and a mono part, whereas Nola has a basic cap and a mono part. Both have extended lace fronts. So very similar with the exception of that cap construction. So I'm very excited to get a good look at this style and know that I'm going to love her already. First, let's look at that lace front. So for this color, this champagne shaded, you do see some darker fibers in the front, but I still think that those knots are very delicate and that this is a very natural looking hairline, very soft hairline. Then we still have that zigzag parting there, and we're going to remove that or change that parting and steam that in place. And I also want to steam, even though this side swept fringe is very pretty, this would bother me throughout the day. And I don't want to have to always clip things back. So we will steam these fibers back so they stay out of the face a little bit more. But let's go ahead and look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back. And the left. Just as pretty as can be. You have these long fringe pieces here in the front, a few layers throughout, but just a lovely, very soft and natural looking beach wavy bob style. I just love this kind of a style for summer because you'll get minimal friction and it's just so pretty and bouncy and flirty is the way I would describe it. So next, we'll do a little bit of styling, change the parts, steam the fibers away from the face. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the cap construction. Then we'll look at some accessories and how you could pull fibers away from the face with accessories. And lastly, we'll take her outside and Nola in this color and we will compare them side by side in the natural light. So before we start steaming, let's go ahead and change the zigzag parting. I have my rat tail comb here, and I just like to run that down through the center of that zigzag if possible and create my new part line. We can always play with it and change it. Okay. I think that's good. I think you are seeing my bio hair under there, so I'm not seeing much of a scalp appearance. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and place a piece of silicone scar tape under there and make sure that I like that new part line. I'm going to clip the fibers back because right now, if I take this style off and put her back on, that part will want to revert right back to the zigzag parting. So we're going to be steaming it, but I need to hold that in place so that it stays for the steaming process. And then after that, we can remove the clip. So I will do that. I'll put her on the blockhead and we'll start steaming. So as I mentioned, we will steam the part in place first and then steam the fibers away from the face. I have my iSteam steamer here that I like to use that I purchased on Amazon. I'll leave that in the description box down below. Really, any handheld steamer will work for this. And I have a full video for how I like to steam style my synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic wigs on my channel, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below in case you'd like to see the whole process. So let's go ahead and get started on that part line. I think that's good. Now I'm going to steam the fibers away from the face a little bit on both sides since we have that beautiful extended lace front. And that way we will have a style that really doesn't fall in the face too much. So this is the right side. Just clip that in place. Steam that. Okay. I think I called that the right side. It's actually the left side of the wig. And then on the right side, we have more fiber since it's parted on the left. So here I like to create two sections. When you're steaming your wigs, be sure to direct the steam at the fibers, not at the delicate lace front or monofilament portions of the cap, and keep the steamer moving. Don't leave it in any one place for more than 3 seconds. All right, I think that should do it. Now I need to let these fibers cool completely so that that new style can set. And then I'll put her on and we'll see if we like the result. So I'll go ahead and remove the clips. I like that. And on the right side we have 2 clips. I love that. Yep, that's how I like it. We still have this side swept fringe, but it's just staying away from the face a little bit more. And if you wanted it to even have more of a swoop, you certainly could work on that. I intentionally only did a little bit so that we still have that appearance of that side swept fringe that I think is what the intention was with this style. But I think I'm liking that a lot. So let's go ahead and do the test. As you can see, the fibers are falling in my face far less, and you just have a little bit of a swoop there. Looks very natural. Now, a couple more things that I noticed. I don't know if you can see this, hopefully against my black top. There's one long piece here. I would say maybe, just a few fibers that seem to be a different length than everything else. So when that happens with a style like this, I think it's very easy. Just be careful not to cut too much, but I'm just going to snip that little piece off. So there we go, some good hair trimming shears, and just cut that off so it's all the same length. And I still am not seeing a lot of scalp appearance, even though I have a silicone scar sheet under there. And I'll show that to you when I look at the cap construction. But let's go ahead and put a little bit of NYX matte eyeshadow. I have a stiff painting brush here that really gets into those fibers. And I'll just put a little bit of powder on that part line so that we can see more of a scalp appearance. I really think that adds to the realism of a style. And thanks to that silicone scar sheet that's under there, it adheres a little more than if you didn't have that on there, then you don't have to reapply it as frequently. I think that's good. You can always clean that up with an applicator or just by kind of patting it a little bit. And now I feel like you're seeing a little bit more of a scalp appearance, and I really like that. Okay, so here we have the cap construction for Nola. First, I'll remove this piece of silicone scar tape that I like to place on the part line, and you can see that's where I applied a little bit of matte eyeshadow to help create a natural scalp appearance. I like to use the AWD Medical silicone scar sheets. I will leave that in the description box down below. And this way, my dark bio hair doesn't show through the monofilament and I don't have to wear a wig cap. So that's why I like to use that. So what we have here is a left mono part. So it's a dedicated left part. There is a little bit of room to move your part line around within that area. You have a beautiful extended lace front, about halfway or a third of the way down on the ear tabs, which I love. That allows you to style this wig away from the face and still have that appearance of hair growth all along that extended lace front. So I love that. Then we have soft ear tabs with metal stays, an extended nape for a bit of extra coverage, Velcro adjusters so you can adjust her to your circumference. And now I have a 22-inch circumference head. All my measurements will be listed in the description box down below. And as you can see, I have left those adjusters where they were when the wig came, and this cap fits me comfortably. So I would say this is an average fit for this cap. Also, because we have open wefting in the back and on the sides, This should be a nice and stretchy cap, and it is. So wonderful. I would definitely say more average than petite average on this cap. So I checked for permatease throughout the style. This is a very light density, low density style. Ellen Wille is known for her natural density styles and light density especially. This is no exception. It's very light, but you do have some permatease, especially in that area next to the part. It's on this side. I did find permatease in other areas of the cap as well, but it's minimal, very well done. I think it just helps this beautiful little bob keep that rounded shape. And so overall, a wonderful cap construction. It has everything that I look for in a cap and doesn't have anything I don't absolutely need. So I think this is a wonderful option if you don't need a partially hand-tied cap. This is a lovely cap construction. Next, we'll go ahead and look at some styling options. Nola here is such a lovely beach wavy bob style that I don't even want to do too much to her, but just in case you'd like to style her a little bit throughout the day and really keep fibers out of the face, I have a few things I can show you. First, let's go ahead and test the ear tuck. I like to do a little half tuck. That is very cute. And again, because this is low density, you can easily do that. That's a very cute look. You can take a little claw clip. I like to do that with wavy styles. If you just want to kind of clip back these front fibers, maybe twist it a little bit. I think that's a cute style. Then let's look at the headband. This will also allow me to show you exactly what kind of coverage I'm getting from Nola. So the extended lace front goes from here to here on me. So you can see that's quite a bit of appearance of hair growth all along there. That's luxurious. I love that. And if you're going to style her away from the face like this with a headband, I think that really helps with the realism. And you do have a little bit of my bio hair showing here. It's similar to the rooting. So I'll lift the ear tabs. There they are. And lower them again. So that's where the ear tabs end on both sides on me. And I can fit about a finger's width between the top of my ear and the bottom of the ear tab. So that's the coverage I'm getting from this style. And I think that is just wonderful. Okay. So definitely a little bit of versatility with this style. I think maybe you could do a tiny ponytail. With my head circumference, I think those are the styling options that I would use. And next, let's go ahead and go outside and get a good look at this beautiful color and also the Sahara Beige shaded in natural light. What I have on my head is champagne shaded. And the color code for that is 242516, and I'll read you the description for this color. It is a lightest ash blonde and lightest golden blonde with light neutral blonde blend. So 3 different blondes blended together. You can see the lighter blondes here. You can see some highlighting. I don't think it's too stripy, and of course you have that rooting that makes it look very natural. But just a beautiful combination of blondes. I was studying it, and I think I would call this probably a neutral blonde leaning a little cool. I'm not a color expert by any means, but that's what I'm seeing. And then of course you have the shaded roots there. So I think this is just such a pretty color, very striking. Let's look at the details. We have that lace front, those delicate knots. That is a wonderfully soft hairline, a beautiful parting space, and we did place that silicone scar tape under there and some matte eyeshadow. So very well done. Let's go ahead and look at the color from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back and the left. Just beautiful. Let's go ahead and compare the second color that we have. So again, this is the Sahara Beige shaded, and you can see right away that this is a warmer color, maybe a little bit darker as well. And I'll read you the description. So it is a light golden blonde and light honey blonde blended with light strawberry blonde with shaded roots. And I absolutely think similarly, you can see you've got some highlights there, but it's also blended beautifully. This is absolutely a much warmer color because you have the gold and honey and strawberry blondes. So absolutely a much warmer color. And but lovely. I just think they both suit this beach wavy bob style so well. Just depends on what you prefer. Thankfully, we have lots of choices. So let's go ahead and look at both of them side by side. The top and the front, the right and the back and the left. So as you can see, just a much warmer blonde on this one, but I just love both of these Ellen Wille colors. I think they're absolutely stunning and suit this beach wavy style so well. So final thoughts. Nola here is just such a pretty little beach wavy bob style. Very flirty, very fun, little boho chic, absolutely. And very lightweight. This is a light density style. You really barely feel like you're wearing anything at all. And I think that's wonderful for the summertime, especially, but really any time of year. You have the open wefting, which also helps you stay cooler. And the length on the style is wonderful because this will experience less friction. Also, these synthetic fibers don't require quite as much maintenance. So I think this is a very practical, wonderful solution for summer. I also think you have some options, some styling options. You can absolutely tuck these fibers on either side. You could pin it back or use a headband. You absolutely have some styling options with this. I love this color. This champagne shaded is such a striking neutral blonde, a little bit cool, but you have some warmer tones as well. And that lovely rooting that I love because it goes well with my darker bio hair. So yes, I absolutely fell in love with this color. And I also think it's important to mention that with Ellen Wille, the colors can vary from style to style. So this champagne shaded on a Nola champagne shaded on another style could look a little bit different. So be sure to check each specific style. And on the wigs.com website, you can normally see each color on a mannequin. So I think it's a good idea to look at that when you're researching colors for different styles. So yes, overall, I hope this review has been helpful and informative. And I absolutely give this style and both of these colors a thumbs up. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.